Ever walk into HomeGoods thinking you'll grab one thing and walk out totally overwhelmed? Yeah, same. So many pieces look cute, but not all of them look expensive. Knowing what to grab and what to skip is the difference between a budget find and a designer home on a budget. Today I'm showing you 10 HomeGoods finds that look super high-end, and I'll break down exactly how designers would style each one. And if your HomeGoods doesn't have these exact pieces, no worries, I linked similar styles in the description below. Hi, I'm Nikki D, a formerly trained interior designer, and I've helped hundreds of homeowners make their spaces look expensive without overspending. Let's head in and take a look, because one of the first things that caught my eye was this 3-tier black glass and gold bar cart for just $120. It instantly reminded me of a designer version I shared in a past video that goes for almost $1,300. This is one of my favorite ways to make your home look expensive and create a functional moment that feels elevated. Here's how designers style bar carts. They'll add a tray with a few pretty glasses, a stack of books, and maybe a decanter or candle. Then leave some breathing room so that it feels curated, not cluttered. You could also turn it into a coffee station with mugs and canisters, or place it under a mirror or art to create a full designer moment. And if your HomeGoods doesn't have this one, no worries, I linked a similar style from Walmart in the description below. Right around the corner from the bar cart, I spotted 2 incredible storage pieces that looked way more expensive than their price tags. Textured fronts are having a big moment in high-end design right now. They instantly elevate simple storage and make it feel custom. The first one was a fluted wood cabinet marked down to $450. It's perfect for a dining room or living space and looks amazing, styled with layered art, a lamp, and a few decorative objects. I'm almost positive it's the same piece I've seen on Walmart for $1,000, and Wayfair has a version for over $1,600. Then I found a white tall cabinet with reeded glass doors and lucite handles for just $300. The gold accents and mixed material give it that high-end look. It's great for a bathroom or entryway. Just be mindful that the contents will show slightly through the glass. You could style it with books, vases, or baskets to keep things neat. There's a similar one online from Walmart that's styled beautifully for different rooms. I'll link it below so you could check it out. If you're loving these tips and want to dive deeper into designing a home that you love, I have a course called Designer Home 101, also linked below. It'll help you take your space from basic to beautiful, step by step. Just a few steps over from there, I spotted the perfect accent chairs. Designers love using bold chairs to bring in color, shape, and personality, and this olive green slipper chair totally delivers. The channel tufting is right on trend, and the armless shape keeps it light and airy, which is perfect for small spaces. They were $200 each, and I actually sat on one, and it was so comfortable. A pair of these would look amazing in a living room or bedroom, and it'll give you that designer look for way less than similar forehand chairs that go for over $1,000. If you're loving these tips so far, make sure that you hit that like button to let me know. And don't forget to subscribe. I post a new video every Sunday to help you create a home that looks expensive without the expensive part. As I made my way through the furniture section, I noticed so many great accent tables, and this is something designers use all the time to elevate a space. These little tables are perfect for adding extra surface space next to a sofa or chair, and the key is to look for pieces with a unique silhouette or mixed materials. That's what makes them feel high-end. Prices started around $30, which is such a steal. Most of the tags show dimensions, but I always bring a tape measure just in case, especially if I'm thinking about a specific spot. And if you need help figuring out how it'll fit, I've linked a free floor plan PDF in the description that'll walk you through the basics. My favorite piece was this stone and brass side table. It instantly reminded me of a high-end designer version that sells for $450. It would look amazing in between those olive green slipper chairs I showed you earlier. This one at HomeGoods was just $40, and I found a very similar table on Wayfair for almost $170. So this is definitely an area where you could save big and still get that designer look. Quick check-in. Which piece has been your favorite so far? Leave it in the comments. I love hearing your thoughts on what you would actually use in your home. Another designer favorite piece I saw everywhere at HomeGoods is Ottomans. They're small but mighty and a great design hack to instantly add softness, extra seating, and that layered high-end look to any room. I actually break down all the ways to use Ottomans in another video that I'll link below, but let me show you a few standout finds from this trip. First, I spotted this scallop edge storage ottoman, and no joke, I saw it in someone's car minutes after filming it. If you want to bring in color or pattern, this embroidered ottoman for $70 was absolutely stunning. Now, if you're loving that Nancy Meyer style, which is layered, cozy, and elegant, and totally trending right now, this $100 storage ottoman totally fits the look, and it's such a good deal. I want to point out it's also 20 inches tall, which is a great height for at the end of a bed. One of you actually left a comment on a recent video saying, "Thanks for this info. I'm searching for 20-inch tall ottomans for the end of my bed. Let the fun begin." So if that's you, HomeGoods is a great place to check out for affordable options. But my personal favorite, this wooden upholstered mixed material ottoman for just $70. It instantly reminded me of a designer version that goes for around $550. It really just depends on your style. So if you're not sure what yours is, I linked a fun quiz in the description to help you figure it out. A designer trick to create a focal point and instantly elevate a space is using oversized art, but large-scale art can get expensive fast. This is another area where you can save big at HomeGoods. I found some amazing contemporary style pieces that go for as little as $100. If you're looking to add a modern touch to a neutral space or even update the look of brown furniture, which is having a moment again, this is a great way to do it. And if you already have a large canvas that you're not loving anymore, I mentioned this in another video. You could go over it with a plaster effect to completely transform the look. It'll give you a similar vibe to this texture piece I found at HomeGoods for $130, but it would be totally custom and one of a kind. As I continued making my way through the store, I came across an entire faux greenery section, and it immediately reminded me of another comment someone left on a recent video. Would love a video on expensive looking faux greenery that doesn't break the bank. I told you I read all the comments. If you ever have a design dilemma or need help sourcing something, just drop a comment below. I'm happy to help. Now, designer spaces almost always include greenery, but if you're like me and don't have a green thumb, faux plants are a great way to make your space look more polished and expensive. What I love about shopping at HomeGoods for faux plants is that you can actually see them in person. Some look amazing and some not so much. My favorites were this olive tree for $150 and a really nice eucalyptus for $160. Both looked way more expensive than they were. I also linked a few similar faux tree plants on Amazon for under $50. They come in multiple sizes and have great reviews. The only downside is that they come with those dinky pots. But here's a trick. Grab a $20 basket from HomeGoods, stuff the bottom to raise the height, and you'll get that same high-end look for way less than your typical oversized planter. And if you want something with a nicer base, I linked a few options from Target that come with a white planter. Just know that those run closer to $100. I've probably mentioned this in every video because it's one of those design tricks that instantly makes your space look more expensive, and that's layering your lighting. It sets the mood, adds dimension, and gives your home that high-end designer feel. My HomeGoods doesn't carry chandeliers or sconces, but they did have a great selection of table and floor lamps that are perfect for layering in task lighting. I found this pair of gold table lamps for $50 that would look amazing styled on the reeded table we saw earlier or a set of nightstands. I personally love gold, but they also came in silver if that's more your vibe. If you lean coastal, this bone inlay lamp with a navy shade is perfect. It adds both pattern and texture, and at $60 each, it's a great way to bring in a subtle statement. Another designer look, use floor lamps at either end of a sofa. It creates soft task lighting, keeps your end tables free to style with decor, and just makes the whole space feel elevated. My favorite style was this brass task table lamp for $50. It's perfect next to your sofa, on a desk, or flanking a bed as a stylish alternative to traditional table lamps. Another fun trend I've been loving lately is small LED table lamps. HomeGoods had so many great styles to choose from. The gold one with a pleated shade for just $20 was super cute and practical. You could use these in spots where you wouldn't normally have an outlet, like open shelving, a bathroom vanity, or even styled on a tray. They're also perfect for entertaining. You could just place a few down the center of your dining table for a soft ambient glow that feels high-end and elevated. In last week's video, which you could watch here if you missed it, we talked all things coffee table styling, and HomeGoods definitely delivers with a fabulous selection of decor and accessories. They had so many decorative boxes that are perfect for hiding remotes, available in marble, wood, and faux leather. One of my favorites was this $20 burlwood box with that beautiful grain pattern on both the outside and inside. It felt super high-end and designer. They also had a matching scallop edge tray in 2 sizes, which is great for styling your coffee table decor and adding that layered look. If you're into coastal vibes, I spotted some blue lacquer trays that would be perfect for adding a soft pop of color. Another designer detail I always look for is organic vases with those handles, and HomeGoods had a great selection. These look amazing with faux branches or greenery and instantly add shape and movement to a vignette. We also saw a ton of decorative bowls in last week's video, and HomeGoods had beautiful versions in wood, marble, and metal that would instantly elevate your space. And of course, I love a good book stack. They had plenty of neutral and color options, and what's a good book stack without a decorative knot? For an organic look, there was a beautiful wood knot, and for something more modern, the marble knots had such nice weight to them and felt super elevated. Now let's talk about the chain and bead look. So many of you mentioned in the comments last week that you are not feeling it anymore, and honestly, I get it. HomeGoods did still have a few on display, mostly in the coastal decor section, which is one of the places I'm still seeing it being used. Personally, it's not something I'd use in my home because my style leans more contemporary. But I think it's important to point out that someone who loves coastal style is not going to like the clean lines of contemporary, and someone who loves traditional might think modern feels cold. Design is personal and very subjective. Not every look is meant for everyone, and that's okay. On this channel, I like to show you everything I'm seeing to give you ideas and inspiration so that you can pick and choose what speaks to you and then leave the rest. And honestly, I'm still kicking myself for not grabbing that white marble knot for $17, and I keep thinking about it. Fingers crossed it's still there when I go back. But we all know the rule. If you see something you love at HomeGoods, grab it. You could always return it. One last piece I couldn't leave out was this Grasscloth textured vanity for $250. It even had an attached mirror. It's the perfect size for a bathroom, closet, or bedroom, anywhere you want to create a little moment in an empty corner. What makes it feel high-end are the extra details like the same grasscloth material inside the drawers, which you usually only see in designer pieces. Now, before you come at me and say that would be a hot mess with makeup, you could always protect the top with a clear tray or a piece of glass and still get the look without the mess. There was also a matching ottoman made from the same material for just $60, and it was 17 inches tall. Designers love adding small vanities or writing desks to bedrooms as a way to create a luxe moment or a zone for getting ready. And that's a wrap on all the amazing finds from HomeGoods. I linked a bunch of affordable options from Target, Walmart, Wayfair, and Amazon in the description below in case your store doesn't have the same pieces. And if there's anything I missed or something specific you're searching for, leave a comment. I clearly read every single one, and I'm always happy to help. Hopefully this gave you some fresh ideas to elevate your home and make it look expensive on a budget. Just remember, if you see something you love at HomeGoods, grab it, take it home, and try it in your space. You could always return it later, just don't let the good stuff get away. And if you want to learn more about how to create a home you truly love step by step, check out my course Designer Home 101. It's linked below and full of lessons to take your design skills to the next level. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful or if you have a design dilemma that you need help with. Also, tag me on Instagram if you try any of these tips. I'd love to see your space. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for a new video every Sunday. For even more decorating tips, check out this video next. Love you all so much, and I'll see you next Sunday. Until then, happy designing. Ciao.